You mentioned like weightlifting. Um, as people age, even if they're very experienced in weightlifting or bodybuilding, they are taught that they have to emphasize perfect structure more than anything else to make sure the muscles are still getting the proper stimulation. And now they're taught that. Part of it is for injury prevention, so proper structure, lower injuries. But there's also something else going on about that. Um, uh, we lose muscle mass as we age. It gets harder to maintain or grow muscle, not impossible, harder. So as we age, it's important to have the sense of, I guess you can say it's balance, but is to really emphasize strict technique instead of just how much weight you can push or pull. So it's not so much about trying to get stronger and stronger and stronger. It's more about how best can you train your muscles to keep them stimulated a certain way as you age.
Mhm.
And much of that aligns with what we're talking about, and both in principle and in practice. And I just think this it's worth talking about also here for sure.
It's funny you say that. I just had a conversation with my nephew who's in his 50s, who does weightlifting as part of his thing. And he was saying lately, well, I just feeling like, I'm hearing cracks in my shoulder and my arms. And I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. You don't have to keep adding weight to build muscle mass. I said, you know,
Right.
me, take some of that weight off and do it slowly. And
Yes.
there's a lot of research out there. I think, John, you shared an article about that once about how
Slow
slow
movement.
movement balances the muscle groups.
Yeah. That's
And
right. Correct.
so he sent me a text this morning and says, it worked.